Hey guys, Ryan the Nerd here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Sengoku Astray Gundam. Probably butchered that name, but don't really care. This is another model kit, and as you can see, it's a cheapified Gundam. If you don't know what these are just cheapified versions of the actual thing, and they're much easier to build, so you can see what it looks like there. Very awesome. And by the way, that is misleading. He does not come with a stand at all, so that is misleading. Put that there. Here is the instruction booklet. Well, that's a little bit bright. Always like to go over the instruction booklet, and it does come with a little manga read up there. So if anybody speaks Japanese, let me know what that says, because I don't speak anime. So, and then as you can see over here, more stuff, and this is not what the actual thing looks like. That's when it's painted. And no, I did not paint this figure. This is I built this by myself, by the way, and I used all of the stickers. Well, not all of them. You can choose which one you want, the eyes or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. And then as you can see here, you can shoot, like, you can combine certain weapons and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, but you know, it doesn't really bother me. Didn't build this, so I had to use all the stickers to make it so it's not like a boring wasteland of gray. So let's move. Well, not a boring wasteland of gray. It's mostly white and red. So, and as you can see, here he is, and he is a very cheapified version of this. I did do a review on one of these cheapified Gundams in the past. That was a long time ago, and I still have them, and so, you know, decided to build this guy because my dad had these guys sitting on his shelf for quite some time. We just never got around to building them until today. So, you know, awesome. And as you can see, all the metallic green circles and stuff, that is all stickers, and the gold around the helmet area and the eyes are also stickers, and the bottom of the feet are stickers as well. On the back here, more stickers on the side, and then on the back you can see a giant green sticker there. So yeah, he has a cheapified one. So yeah, really like how this guy worked. He was really fun to build, and I'm glad that I built him. I'm not gonna paint him, as I said before. So yeah, he feels really nice, not gonna fall apart. So yeah, let's go over articulation with this guy, because there's really nothing much to talk about how he looks, because basically you can see how he looks. I don't want to explain the entire thing in depth, but for articulation, the head is on the ball joint. He can look up that far and look down that far. Since it is a cheapified thing, the parts are a little bit wide, so it gets in the way of articulation, but you're not going to get in like super dynamic poses, which, I mean, you're probably not even going to display this guy really dynamic. But for the arms here, the arms are on a rotation. They can move up and down, butterfly joint. And then for the actual arm itself, the shoulder guard is out of the way. Rotate, kind of, well, since the armor, the shoulder part, pad is in the way, it gets in the way of posability. So he does have a bend at the elbow, and the wrist is on a ball joint, so, you know, ball joint. And then on this thing is also on a ball joint, and we'll get to that later. Waist swivel, really nice having a waist swivel on the Gundam, so rotate as well, it's also on a ball joint. For the legs, ball joint, so he can kick that far and move back that far. Pretty good spread, nothing too decent, and that looks really, never mind. So you can, the feet are, they can pivot, and then they can also rotate as well. Sorry that I sound a little bit drab right now. I'm basically recording this because I need to get this video out. So I've been basically, I'm basically recording this at night right now, where I should be sleeping, but I'm not. So that's pretty much all the articulation for this guy. And he does come with two accessories, which are the katanas, and as you can see, they are not painted. And really nice detail, even though that's not painted. You can see really nice detail on that as well. And the katanas can fit inside of his hand, so he can dual wield. And there are a lot of functions with this guy, and that's what I really like about these little guys, because they have a lot of functions, just like in So he can dual wield, but you can also store, if you're not using the katanas, you can store them on his shoulders right here. So, you know, you can store the katanas like that, which is also really awesome. Weapon storage is always appreciated. The best thing about the katanas is that the shoulder pads that I mentioned that are on a ball joint and they can rotate and stuff, they can fold down like so. This one's gonna pop off of its shoulder, off of his shoulder. Pop that back on. But the katanas can actually fit into these shoulder pads. So he can basically fist fight, and then he can also wield his katanas with that. And I made a joke about how we should totally get another version of this kit and have him be like General Grievous from Star Wars. So, because he has, you know, so you can have two katanas in here, so he can be like General Kenobi. Yeah. But other than that, really cool. Really like how the shoulder pads can integrate into actual combat posability and stuff like that. And the katanas are a little bit tedious to get out, but it doesn't bother me that much. Fold that down, and just pop that back on. But that's not all. On the back here, you can take this off, and you can... God, I feel like I'm going to break it. Come on. Here you have his shield. Nice weapon storage as well, shield storage. So he can have his katana, and he can also have his shield out, ready for epic combat there. And I also like how the shield has like a mouth, like a face on it, so that's awesome. This is a awesome little model kit. It's not that expensive. This was $8 on the box. So yeah, if you're gonna get into models, build this guy, especially because of all the really cool functions that he has. This is really definitely worth your time and collection. And I just popped his freaking his hand off. That's awesome. But just pops on back there. So you got to be careful with posing this guy as well. Like I said before, you're not going to get super dynamic poses because he is cheapified. But, you know, I'm pretty sure you're not even going to try to do that anyway. So really like how this guy, please pick this guy up. He is definitely worth your money. And he is really fun to build as well. It doesn't take you that long. It only took me about like an hour or so to build. So yeah, really like how this guy looks. So anyway, that's all that I have for today. So like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what you do, but you guys know what time it is. So bye guys.